What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and we're back with another live stream. Today, we've got, an interesting topic, a topic that has been discussed a lot by now, and I don't know about you, but you must be bored of it by now, but it's Texans news, so we're going to talk about it, and it's Deshaun Watson. All right, more reports coming out about him potentially being linked to the Vikings, potentially linked to the Bucks. Conflicting reports, so we're going to talk about that today. We'll do some mock drafts, and we're just going to have a good time, y'all. Alrighty, what's up to Colin in the chat? Rob, we got my boys Ryan, Matt, and Beige. How y'all doing? Can't stay long, it's all good. Beige, don't worry, you got things to do, you got place to be. Understandable, my man. Probably going to have a short stream today. But then again, I say that every single time, and it always ends up going longer because I love doing this, man. I love talking to y'all. Davis Mills, future Super Bowl MVP. Let's see it. I would love to see it. All right, let's get right into it because there's no point in wasting any more of y'all's time. I'll show you all the tweets that I am referring to once this lets me freaking choose my window. Twitter, there we go. All right, that's not zoomed in enough for y'all. Can y'all read that now? There we go. Okay. I guess we won't start with that one. I guess we'll start with this one. The initial report a few days ago, during this week, from Jeremy Fowler at ESPN, essentially said that Watson has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings on his radar. Those are two teams that he would waive his no-trade clause for, and be willing to be traded for. And that's and that's a big potential developments because up until this point, all we know is that he's willing to waive it for Miami. Now, Brian Flores is gone, who was one of his main, suitors and wanting Deshaun Watson, and the owner's coming out and saying that, hey, we don't really want Deshaun Watson. So who knows if that's true or not, but at the moment, it looks like that avenue has kind of cooled down, at least from an outsider's perspective. No idea on insiders what's going on. No idea. Can't tell you that. So adding two more teams to Deshaun's list would be huge, would be absolutely huge for the Texans. What would it mean? It would mean potentially starting a bidding war to get the best possible trade for Deshaun Watson. It's really that simple. It's good news for us if this is true. Now, who knows if it's true? Because Josina Anderson, a very well-respected media person, I don't really know what her exact title is in this world, but very, very well respected, says she spoke with Deshaun Watson's agent, David Mulugeta, and he says there's no truth that Watson is eyeing the Bucks, Vikings, or any teams ahead of free agency. In quotes, she puts, "We haven't had any talks among ourselves or with teams about possible destinations as we are focused on clearing Deshaun's name at this time." Now we'll leave it up there a little bit for you guys to read and dissect because these reports are very rarely 100% truthful, no matter what side you're looking at it from, and every single word has a little meaning, so dissect it how you want to, and I'll kind of tell y'all my thoughts on this. So I guess starting with the rumor that he's interested in the Vikings or the Bucks. To me, from Deshaun's point of view, from his camp's point of view, that makes sense. Right? Miami potentially off the table, potentially less interested. Okay, let's go to two teams that are, successful franchises that have been winning football recently, like have a winning roster. That's how I want to say it. It's a winning roster where, he's not going to go to a team that's completely dismantled, like the Eagles, like the Dolphins, something like that, where they would have to use a lot of capital to surround him with talent. The Vikings and Bucks, or especially the Bucks, obviously, are in great position. They could win right now with Deshaun Watson. The Vikings, a little farther away, but they've got some pieces there, for sure. Justin Jefferson, their O-line's building up. Dalvin Cook, if he stays healthy. The defense, that's where they need a little bit more help. But from Deshaun's point of view, it makes sense that he'd be willing to play for those two teams, right? And even Tampa, great market there. Vikings are a good market in terms of, living there, but two good markets. For him to market himself. We all know he's big on the business side of things. So I'm going to drop that for now. Going to look at the chat. What's up, Carrot? What's up, Rob? What's up, Dustin? What's up, Jay? Andres? How y'all doing? Yeah, so that's kind of how I see it from Deshaun's point of view. It makes sense to me that he'd be interested in those two teams. Now, if we go back to Josina's tweet, she says, I spoke with Deshaun Watson's agent. So right then and there, we already know the source. And we didn't know the source for Jeremy's report. So to me, just looking at that one line alone, it leads me to believe, okay, there's a little bit more credibility behind this. It's coming from his agent. But is a two-sided sword, double-edged sword, two-sided coin. I don't know what the saying is. There's two sides to that. Yes, it's coming from a good source, the agent, but agents lie. Agents have narratives that they need to push. Agents have agendas, that they need to push. And David is going to push the agenda that, Deshaun isn't really trying to, collude with other teams. And he's all focused on fixing his image right now. Now, why do they not want to put out there that he may be potentially colluding and maybe talking backdoors with the Bucs or the Vikings or stuff like that? Well, they got close to potentially being caught with the whole Dolphins scandal that emerged with the Brian Flores lawsuit. And if you weren't up to date on that, no worries. Basically, Flores said that their owner was setting up meetings for Flores to meet with a star quarterback and try and get that quarterback to play for the Dolphins. And so a lot of people, there's some reports saying that was Brady. Who knows? There was also a lot of rumors saying that that's Deshaun. And it kind of links up from all the pieces of the puzzles that we've kind of learned so far. So is David Mulugheta trying to, push people away from figuring out that, they are trying to do their homework and talk in the back channels with other teams like they've done with the Dolphins before? That's another point of view to look at it from. So that's why this is a tough quote and source to decipher whether it's really true or not, because what is David Mulugheta supposed to say? He's not going to come out and blatantly say, yes, Deshaun Watson and I believe he should go to the Vikings or the Bucs. He's not going to say that to the media, right? So of course he's going to play his cards close to his chest. Of course he's going to say, we haven't had any talks among ourselves or with teams about possible destiny. You think that's true? You think they really haven't had any talks amongst themselves about where they want to go? Come on now. We ain't that stupid. We ain't that stupid. All right? Now, are they focused on clearing Deshaun's name at this time? I'm sure, yes, that's a big focus. Depositions are happening soon. Like, that is a big focus. But I'm not buying that this report is completely false, is what I'm trying to say. Austin and JJ will be fired. What is that? Who? To where? To what? Washington would be great too. Washington would be interesting. I don't see him any chance of wanting to go there, but Washington definitely has capital in terms of players and picks. What's up, Teague? Denver would be good as well. Yeah, they've always been a name that's kind of floated out there. And I could see that being possible because Drew Lock ain't the answer. Teddy Bridgewater's a free agent. They've always been trying to go around with these quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, so we'll see. They've definitely got some interesting players I would like. Thibodeau or Hamilton. We'll get into those discussions. We'll talk about the draft in a second. Just looking forward to getting rid of Watson and ready to start fresh with them picks and cap space. Agreed, Beige. Agreed, man. Agreed. I think Deshaun opens up a lot of cap space, like you said, and getting those picks in this draft that it might not be a super star-studded draft, but it's a very deep draft. And so if you can get another first-round pick, another second-round pick, another third-round pick this year, something like that, that's going to go a long way to building this team, man, because we just need players everywhere. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole rumors surrounding the Deshaun situation right now. I don't have any inside information, but that's kind of how I saw those reports. I don't know. Only time will tell, man. Every day there's a new report. Every day there's a new rumor. We never know if the media is telling the truth or they're lying. There's so many things out there, so it's just hard to tell. But that's kind of what I just wanted to clear up and give you all my thoughts on that. Yeah. So now we can talk about some other things. We can talk about the draft. We can do a mock draft. That's what I really want to do. That's really why I came up on here. So Joe Nathan said Thibodeau or Hamilton. And I think this is a really, really actually it's a tough decision. And at the same time, it's a decision that the Texans, they can't really mess it up per se. If they took Thibodeau over Hamilton, I wouldn't be upset. If they took Hamilton over Thibodeau, I wouldn't be upset. I would understand it. The thing is, to me, I think both of their ceilings are ridiculous, are absolutely ridiculous. Perennial Pro Bowl, All Pro ceiling, right? That sort of stuff. You can build a defense around them, those types of guys. So the ceiling's great. Now, because we have Lovie Smith as our head coach, we want to build in the trenches. So Kayvon would be, the ideal pick. However, Kayvon's a lot more raw than Kyle Hamilton is. He's a lot more raw than Aiden Hutchinson is. And there's a lot of development that needs to be taken there. And that's not always a guarantee. It's not a guarantee in the league. And the Texans, I wouldn't say I'm confident in our, D-line coach who we just hired from the Bills, who was a former player, and now he spent 2 years as an assistant D-line coach. So he's fairly unproven. So I'm not confident that that coach is, just going to take Kayvon and boom, turn him into the beast that he can be, into the highest of his potential, right? So that's why there's kind of a discussion here between Kayvon and Hamilton. Now, in this scenario, Hamilton's gone. So is Kayvon. That's easy for me. If it's Aiden, then Kyle, and Kayvon's on the board at 3, easy, man. Easy. But like I was saying with Kayvon, like there's ups and there's downs with him. And with Kyle, he's so versatile. He's so athletic. He's so smart. He does safety stuff. He does linebacker stuff. He does nickel corner stuff. Like he's not just a safety. So you can throw the whole don't draft a safety too high, this high out the door because he's not just a safety. He's crazy, man. He's a generational prospect. Guys like him don't come around every year. So that's my thoughts on it, man. Let's do mock drafts with different scenarios. I got you. How you feel about Malik Willis? I would take Malik Willis in the second, but he ain't getting there. So it don't really matter. I think he's got the highest upside out of any quarterback this year, obviously, with his just raw athletic gifts, the arm, the legs, just the brute physicality that he runs with is really great to see. But needs a lot of refinement. I wouldn't start him year one. I would want him to sit and learn behind a veteran quarterback. I would want him to learn from a guy like Pep Hamilton, and see how year 2 goes. And just let him take his time, man. Just be patient with him. That's kind of how I see Malik Willis. All right, top of the second here. And this is kind of a really rich area of the draft because there's so many guys that, are late firsts and they're going to fall, that are late first round values, but are going to fall to the top of the second. So guys like DeMarvin Leal, guys like Drake London, guys like Perrion Winfrey. Honestly, Desmond Ridder, not at the top of the second, but if he's there mid-late second, I might pull the trigger. I like Ridder. He just needs to clean up his accuracy, and that's fixable. That's fixable because it's all of his mechanics that are off. But I think I'm going to pick between... It's going to go between Logan Hall, Kyler Gordon, Perrion Winfrey, and Drake London. Those are kind of the guys I'm thinking about. I honestly might have Logan Hall higher than DeMarvin Leal. It really depends on your scheme fit. I don't really like DeMarvin Leal. I think he's overrated. The more I watch of him, the more I kind of he's a tweener in a bad way, not in a good way. So for me, it really comes down to Drake London and Perrion Winfrey. We did already go D-line with Kayvon, but getting 2 beasts in Kayvon and Perrion would be really, really fun, I think, and give Lovey that D-line that he needs to succeed and just rush forward. And the wide receiver depth is better than the DT depth. So I think I'm going to go with Winfrey here and just stack that D-line. And I hope you all like that. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Thank you, Beige. Always doing me right. What are your thoughts on Evan Neal, too? Yeah, let's talk about Evan Neal. Evan Neal's going to be the next Cam Robinson. Ooh, interesting. I really like Evan Neal. I think he is the best tackle prospect in this class. I know a lot of people think Ikem Ekwonu is. I think it's close, but I think Neal at his size is just insane. It's just insane. Guys that big shouldn't be able to move that fast. He has all the nasty mentality that you could absolutely want. He's a tone setter in the trenches as a run blocker. Pancakes for days. He can do gap, he can do power, he can do zone, whatever. Pass pro, very, very good. There's some things to clean up there, but man, he got better as the season went on. and was locking guys down in the championship game versus Georgia. The sky's the limit for him. He's a true like franchise left tackle, and he's also got experience at right tackle and guard, which is crazy. And then it's his intangibles that really make him so great. The work ethic. He's training with Duke Mayweather. It's not Mayweather. Big Duke, the best O-line trainer in the game. And people who are around him in Alabama like really speak highly of his character, of his leadership. So I wouldn't take him if I'm the Texans at 3, but if you trade back and he's there at like 5, 6, 7, I mean, you gotta pull the trigger. Ooh, third round Isaiah Spiller's still there? Oh, I might go Darian Kennard, though. See, the thing is, I want to get a running back like most of Texans Twitter, and just the Texans world in general, but I need to address the O-line first before doing it. And there's so much running back depth in this class, man. Take 2 guys in day 3 rather than taking 1 guy in round 3. That's what I would do. Sam Howell and Carson Strong are interesting in the 3rd round. Very interesting in the 3rd round and tempting there. But I think they're quarterbacks that are better suited for winning rosters and like win now rosters, if that makes sense. So a team like the Bucks, a team like the Broncos, a team like, those types of teams. So not us right now. So I'm thinking Kennard. I'm thinking Parham. I'm thinking Quay Walker as a linebacker. He can play that Mike for us and be a really, really good run defender who has growth and potential as a coverage guy. I'm hoping he falls to 80. I'm not sure he will, but I think I'm going to have to get one of these linemen here. So Kennard, I know he's listed as an interior offensive lineman, but he's a right tackle to me, and I think that's a weakness on our line. With Charlie Heck currently being the starter there, and Marcus Cannon probably going to end up being a cap casualty, and he can't stay healthy anyways. So I'm leaning Kennard, especially because Parham's a little bit less of a good scheme fit for us. Kennard's definitely like the power guy that we would want. He's got some things to clean up technique wise, so I don't know if he's like a day 1 ready starter, but I think by the end of his rookie year, I think he can start for sure. Let's see what y'all are saying in this. McBride or Kennard there? Yeah, I think Kennard's got to be the play, huh, Ryan? I think Kennard's just too good of a talent to pass up. I mean, this guy was getting top 10, not top 10, but like top 15, top 20 hype for most of draft season. And the dude looked pretty good in the Senior Bowl. All right, let's see who's at 80. Damn, where did Parham went 2 picks after? Boy, Mafe went. Okay, so that means Isaiah Spiller's still there. Kyron Williams is there too. Quay Walker, though, I think is the best pick available for me. I also really like Kyle Phillips out of UCLA. He is Hunter Renfrow, man. He really is. James Cook would be another good pick here. I like Greg Dulcich as well. I need to watch Leo Chenal. Everyone loves Leo Chenal, but I haven't watched him yet. Carson Strong is still here. If that dude's knee wasn't about to fall off the bone, like, I would probably pick him. George Pickens is still here? Okay, now we got a conversations between 2 Georgia boys and George Pickens and Quay Walker. That's where this is going to come down to, because Pickens at 6... They got them at 6'3" here. I'm pretty sure he's like 6'4", 6'5". But tall wide receiver, tons of speed, great hands, underrated route runner. People are falling in love with... goodness, what is his name? Oh my god, I'm completely blanking. What is the wide receiver? Drake London. People are falling in love with Drake London, and calling him wide receiver 1. George Pickens is basically Drake London, but Pickens was injured all this year, so he couldn't show it. Pickens, Ryan knows, yeah. I gotta go Pickens. Pickens is the best available here. He can be a legit wide receiver 1 for you. There's some... who would I comp him to? There's some Mike Evans... Michael Pittman to his game, that big body receiver, great hands. He can attack all 3 levels of the field. You want him on shallow crossing routes, he got you. You want him on deep comebacks, he got you. You want him on vertical routes, just down the sideline for big plays, he got you. So I like Pickens a lot and his potential there. Alrighty, round 4, just as a recap of who we drafted. 2 studs in the defensive trenches, future starter at right tackle, a potential wide receiver 1, and he can grow alongside Nico and Cooks pretty well. I think Pickens, you can move him around from X to Z. He can probably even do some slot stuff, but I think picking him would kind of go towards move Cooks to the slot and have Nico and Pickens on the outside. And those are two 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers that are big, can win contested balls, and Pickens can block too. So I like that. All right, here, this pick is going to be pretty easy for me. I want to go a running back. Tyler Batty, I really like. It's just that he's 5'8", and I think he measured in at 5'9" at the Senior Bowl. So he's small, especially for the scheme that we're trying to run. So I don't know if he's the move. I really like Donovan West out of Arizona State. He's ideally more of a zone guy, but they have him pull a lot, so he can do some power stuff. He's played all 3 interior positions on the O-line. I really like him. I think he can grow into a starter at any position on the O-line. Y'all like that? Y'all like that new... Thank you, Joshua, for the $20. I appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate your supports. We got Pat in the building. What's up, Pat? Beige has been a member for 14 months. My guy, I appreciate you. Over a year, dude. It's crazy. We need corners. I agree, Nathan. I agree. I want to double up on O-line, but I'm going to look at corners for you. Zamir White would be another running back I like. I like him as a tough runner, especially for the scheme. It's just he's got a lot of tread on his tires, man, and I'm getting wary of running backs with a lot of tread on their tires. I would also like Cole Strange. He's a better scheme fit, I think, than Donovan West, but he's a little less proven. Okay, let's look at corners for you, boy. Jalen Watson, man. I like a Caleb Evans. He'd be a solid pick here, but this corner class, I don't really like it as much as other people do, to be honest. I think there's good guys on day 2, but on day 3, you're struggling to find guys. Caleb Evans would be the only one I would draft. He's 6'2", 190, 198. So he's got great size. He's pretty athletic. He transitions meh. He tackles pretty meh. I'm not in love with him. I think there's better players on the board. So I'm going to go with... I don't want to go Cole Strange. Let's see. Did Ryan say anything? The beard don't lie. Let's go. Peace, Beige. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being the best, man. Yeah, I'm going to go Cole Strange. I also really like Quandre White. God damn it. But we don't have another pick until the 6th. Oh. Patty Storm, how you doing? We started the stream by talking about those conflicting Deshaun Watson reports on if he's going to go to the Vikings or the Bucs or not. If you got any thoughts on that, feel free to drop them in the chat if you want to come through on the stream. Shoot me a text, or I mean, just say it in the chat, I guess, and I'll add you. Ooh, Zaquandre's still there. They heard my prayers. All right, that's not the right player. Zaquandre White, he's got size as a running back, 6'1", 215. It's crazy that at that size and that weight, his cuts are like Shady McCoy. But then he also has like the physicality as a runner to stiff arm guys, to break tackles, to fall forward. And so my comp for him was kind of like a poor man's Le'Veon Bell, because he has this high running stance, which isn't usually what you like, but he's so powerful that it kind of doesn't even matter. Very good in terms of getting yards after contact. Just a powerful downhill guy who's best in gap power schemes. And he's not as good in zone because that's asking him to kind of read too much, and he's not very good at reading lanes. But if you just have a designated hole for him to hit, whew, he's electric, man. He is electric. Strange has to be the pick. All right, I'm glad Jay agrees. See, here's the thing, is now we're in the area where, like, this is running back heaven right now. Like, Tyler Goodson, if we ran a zone scheme, oof, easy. He's like, who's that guy on the Niners? Tevin Coleman. He's not on the Niners anymore, but Tevin Coleman. Algier is also a really, really underrated guy. Super physical. He's big at 5'11", 220. There you go. He's a former linebacker as well. So this is really running back heaven. I also love Jashawn Corbin. He's 5'11", 205, but that dude runs powerful for a little dude. He's kind of like this little bowling ball. So he's really fun to watch run, especially in gap power schemes. He'd be a good fit. Abram Smith as well, same sort of thing. There's a lot of value right here. Verone McKinley is somehow still here. Luke Fortner would be another good interior line pick, but we already went with one. So I think I'm going to go either Charlie Kohler and get a great blocking tight end who also has really good hands. It's kind of like CJ Fedorowicz in that way. Or Verone McKinley. I'm just going to try and get both and hope it works. And there we go. There we go. So Verone McKinley, getting him in the 6th, that is your free safety of the future. There's no way he's going to be there in the 6th in real life. I refuse to believe that. He's too good of a player to fall to the 6th. But, Neil Farrell Jr., no. Oh, wait, did he get drafted? Did he get drafted? He's still there. Okay, easy. Easy, Neil Farrell Jr. LSU pumps out not left tackles, nose tackles like it's nothing. So he can help be some good depth behind Roy Lopez. Alright, I'm going to snip and tool this here mock draft. I'm going to save it as some random letters. And I'm going to tweet it out and get more people to join us as we mock draft it up. Boom. First mock in the books. Feeling pretty good about it. Boom. Join us for more mocks. Alright, Ryan, you ready? Jay? I don't think we got Money Matt or Joey in here. Abram or bust. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. Have you watched Zaquandre, Ryan? You know what? I'm just going to get you in here. If you guys want to be able to join the stream, come on live, talk to me, ask me questions, have me ask you questions, just kind of rant about anything Texans related. You can do that. You can very well do that for a monthly membership. I have to, help support me. It's links in the description. You get perks to our exclusive Discord. You get to call into the stream. If you get that team leader membership. So yeah, Grenard and Thibodeau would be a great edge duo. I agree, Joe. I agree. I think Grenard is a great number 2. But I don't think he'd be a good number 1 in terms of pass rusher slotting like that. But he's a very good complimentary guy, kind of like Whitney Merciless. Alrighty. Ooh, Money Matt is in here. He's been lurking. Alright, let me get the boys in here. What up, yo?
Matt, how come you haven't dropped any money, man?
Where is it, Matt? God damn, he's slacking. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. School,
School's doing good.
Just trying to keep up with it.
Yeah. You passed midterm season, or is it still going for you?
I'm only 5 weeks into my semester, man.
Jeez, I forgot y'all start later than we do.
Don't you have like a trimester system?
We go from September to December and then January to April. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the same schedule as you, Jordan.
Dang. How many more years you got, Jay?
I finish at the end of this year.
Oof. Beautiful, dude. That's going to be huge, man. You doing good as well?
Yes, sir. You all know the beard don't lie.
Let's go. You guys like that? I really appreciate you guys giving me the picture and the audio for that. It was clutch.
Hey, whatever you need, we got you.
Thank you, guys. All right, Matt's probably busy right now, but you guys wanna talk about the Deshaun Watson stuff, or do you just want to go into the mock drafts?
It's whatever.
It don't matter to me.
All right.
I'm here. What's up?
Hey, Money Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. Wow. You don't hear that often. I like it. I'm glad. Let's do some mock drafts. Unless you want to talk about Deshaun Watson, Money Matt.
I'm, we can talk about Deshaun. We can do mock. I'm just here for the ride, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. We'll go really quickly, I guess. Do you guys believe? Don't lie. Oh, and there he is. He's done lurking in the dark. Matt with the $50. Thank you very much. He says, sorry, Jordan, but I can't donate as much as usual. Got some personal stuff in the works. Money Matt's grinding out here. You don't gotta ever apologize about that, dude. Tell me about it if you would like everyone to know, or you can tell me about it later. If you got some personal stuff that you putting this money towards.
No, I'm open to talking about it. So, one of my friends got into some college program down in Florida, so he had to move down there for like 5 or 6 months. So I'm trying to save up enough money to get a plane ticket and go down there and visit him sometime here in the next couple weeks or months or something.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
And then I am planning on getting my first tattoo. So.
Ooh, okay. You gonna get a little dollar sign on it, a little $100 bill or something?
I might. We'll see. We'll see.
That's really cool, man. What part in Florida is your buddy going to?
He's down by Orlando.
Okay. Orlando's nice. Well, good luck, dude. You don't gotta donate any money to me, man. You've done an insane amount already, so save it, dude. I'll send it back.
Someone's gotta be your sugar daddy.
That's true. I need some help, man. The YouTube is a grind. All right. Let's get into it. Sanai says, I'm late. What I missed? Nothing much. We're gonna recap kind of the Deshaun stuff just really quickly. The conflicting reports on whether or not he's actually interested in going to the Vikes or the Buccaneers. Ryan, are you which side do you lean on? Do you think he actually is interested in that, or do you think it was just kind of smoke?
Well, it's something that Jay actually brought up, like in December or November. So we've been talking about that and ruminating a little bit. I think the Bucks, and it's been the Bucks. If he's going to look at a team, I think it's going to be them. The appeal for the Vikings would definitely be having Justin Jefferson, someone young.
Oof.
You know?
You think we can get Jefferson back in return? I think if Jefferson's in the return, I don't know that we're getting any first-round picks.
I know.
Okay.
But also, we know someone in Deshaun's camp who likes to run his mouth, so...
Yeah. I think there's some smoke to it. And I think kind of David had to do some cleanup, and that's where the Jazina? I don't know how to say her name properly. I've never actually heard it, but...
Josina Anderson.
Josina. Okay, I was right the first time. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where it kind of was, just kind of clean up. Jay, do you think there's some truth behind the reports?
I think it's just logical, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about Miami for the longest time. It was Miami this, Miami. And it was mainly because of the area he really wanted to go to.
Yep.
Be in that area, the beach area, where he could have that lifestyle. But if that's not an option, Tampa is an option. Like it's there. That was just me thinking logically.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're getting back for that. There's not a super large amount of players I want. I've said it. I think I said it in a stream before. Winfield would be somebody I'd be like, give me that man right there. But their picks wouldn't be that great. I do disagree, though, on if we get Justin Jefferson, we would get no first back. I think Deshaun Watson is more important and a better player overall than Justin Jefferson. But I don't think he'd go there if we were trading Justin Jefferson for him. Like, if that's I think you'd have a better shot at grabbing Madison instead.
The running back, okay.
Yeah. Dude's run behind Dalvin Cook for a little bit, and he's played excellent.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you forget who Dalvin Cook is. Like, if you look at them on the field real quick, you're like, ooh, which one's Dalvin, which one's Madison? Because they look similar when they're running.
They both have dreads, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They both have dreads. So, I don't know. For me, I could see the Vikings because they have the pieces. They've got the weapons in place. And if we took none of their players, they'd be an instant Super Bowl contender with Watson.
The Bucks?
No, the
The
Vikings.
Vikings. Yes. I agree. I agree.
The Bucks have too many free agents right now,
Mm.
and they have to kind of like re-sign a bunch of people.
That is
But it puts him in that area that he was wanted to go to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't think about. They have so many holes in terms of free agents, especially on offense, that taking on Deshaun's cap number would kind of hurt that ability. Now, I guess it would be different if they sign the guys first and then make the trade. I'm not a cap expert. I won't pretend to be. I don't know exactly how that works, but definitely something to think about. I agree, Jay. Money Matt, what you think about those reports? You buying them? You think someone's lying? What you think?
Well, I've always heard where there's smoke, there's fire, but that doesn't always seem to be true.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll just have to keep waiting it out and see who blinks first. So,
Fair.
if it is a deal with the Vikings, I would like to get Justin Jefferson in return. But if not, I would gladly settle with Daniil Hunter on like 2 or 3 firsts and maybe a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And if it's the Vikings, the Bucks, I definitely want at least 2 first rounders and Winfield Jr.
Yeah, I hear you. I think those teams definitely, because they're going to be later first round picks, specifically the Bucks, you definitely got to throw in some players. So that'll be interesting to see as this trade seemingly never comes to a conclusion. Joe Sane says, what about Tristan Wirfs, Jamel Dean plus 2 firsts? I don't see them giving up Wirfs. If they do, I would think it'd be like Wirfs and like a first, or Wirfs and like 2 seconds and a third maybe. Dean I really like, but he's like a press man corner. So it's not a great Lovie Smith fit, but at the same time, how long is Lovie going to be here? How long is he going to call the defense? You kind of want to just add talent where you can. So I mean, if they come to the board and they say Tristan Wirfs, Jamel Dean, and 2 firsts, like I'm instantly accepted on my behalf. Instantly. Alrighty. I don't see them giving up Jefferson at all. Yeah, maybe if Jefferson is included in it, I would see it as Jefferson in like 2 seconds and a third, or Jefferson and maybe like a 2020 like 4 first or something like that. But Vita Vea, I don't see them trading him at all. He's definitely like the cornerstone of that defense, especially as JPP goes, especially as they might not be able to retain Shaq Barrett after a few years. Levante David as well. So Vita's kind of their cornerstone of the defense. I don't see them including him, unfortunately. But let's do a mock draft now, y'all. And I already got one fired up here. And the first 2 picks have already been made. Evan Neal to the Jags is becoming more and more realistic every single day. And the Lions out here taking Kyle Hamilton over either of the edges. They on the wave that Hamilton is the best player in the draft. That's what I'm thinking as well. Ryan, Aiden, if we're picking between these 2 edge rushers, give me Aiden because he's more of the sure thing, and I know he's a worker. Like, he's a grinder. He loves this. So I'd go Aiden. Ryan says Aiden. Jay, what you thinking?
Aiden.
Money Matt?
Aiden
Hunching. All right, 4-4, we punching it in. There goes our first round pick. Hopefully we can get another one later with the Deshaun Watson trade because, damn.
Or is it Larry Tunsil trade?
Or the Laramie Tunsil trade. There you go. That's another trade that we don't talk nearly enough about compared to the Deshaun Watson saga. All right, we're here at the top of the second round. Drake London is there yet again. It's kind of the same thing as how last draft ran out with London, with Perrion Winfrey. Kenneth Walker, I know everyone loves, is there. Could go Jalen Petrie. Ryan, what you thinking here?
I mean, you're drafting him a little bit early right there.
I agree.
On this big board. You're also drafting him to play a position he traditionally hasn't really played.
So you think if we draft Petrie, you think he's going to be strong safety and Tavier stays at nickel?
They're going to figure something out because he'd fit more in the nickel than he would as a strong safety.
Especially in a too high system like Lovie, for sure. But if he does move to more cover 3, which he did later in the season, I mean, having Petrie in the box would be, is that box safety? That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect. So, who is going to end up being your vote for us to pick here?
I want to jokingly say Falele, but I don't like his film. He looks like a big guy who's just running around like, if I touch you, what does that do? And it doesn't work half the time.
He got a lot to clean up. That's for sure.
I'd probably go Wooden. Tariq.
Tariq, okay, that's exactly who I was circling. That was going to be my sleeper pick because we never usually go with corner this early, but I do like him as a developmental guy.
I will say, though, Nicholas Petit-Frere, that's a good right tackle.
I don't like NPF. I didn't like his left tackle film. He needs to get a lot better at anchoring.
Well, I'm putting him at a right tackle, though.
Yeah, okay. But still, I don't know. He was a good run blocker. I'll give him that. He was a good run blocker. Okay, you're going MPF or are you going Tariq?
That's Tariq.
Tariq, okay, I like that. He's kind of like another Lonnie Johnson pick in the sense that, super high upside, but he's even bigger than Lonnie and plays faster than him. But definitely kind of like a developmental corner type of thing.
I mean, he played against Jared Stearns, and I remember watching that. So,
yeah, no, trust me, I like Tariq Woolen, man. Jay, where are you going?
This is rough. I'm struggling between Winfrey and Woolen here.
Yeah,
I like Winfrey.
You like Winfrey? Dude, Winfrey's a first round talent, man. He's so hard to pass up here. I agree, man. But Money Matt, it's tied 1-1. Winfrey and Woolen. Do you have another player that starts with W that you want?
Zamir White.
Trev Walker.
I think we should go Winfrey because
okay.
Like you said, he's a first round talent. We need the interior help, and we can't just build it all in free agency, especially because one of those deals could fall through.
Yep.
So I feel like Winfrey's the guy here.
I agree, man. He's a perfect scheme fit for Lovey. That 3-tech defensive tackle that we saw Malik Collins succeed so well at, but Collins might have played too well and be on his way out of Houston. We'll see. I'm actually writing up an article previewing free agents for the D-line.
Oh, Kennard's right there.
Kennard?
Ooh. Yeah. And Parham's right after him.
Parham, Asamoah too. Asamoah usually doesn't fall to the third. He is a Lovie Smith linebacker through and through. Like kind of like more of a safety hybrid. You stick him at will. Oh, man. He's nice for sure.
Ooh, Calvin too. And George.
Yeah, I definitely go George over Calvin.
Ooh, Sanders has fallen.
Right? I keep being surprised that Sanders is in the third, and even Boye Mafe is like later down in the third too. Interesting. All right, Ryan, who's your vote here? There's a lot of good players on the board. My goodness.
I'd go Kennard right now.
Kennard, okay. Jay, who you got?
He's stealing my stuff, Kennard.
Kennard, 2 for Kennard, Money Matt. You gonna make it
Kennard.
3? Ooh, that's 3. Okay. There's our right tackle of the future, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got a fairly similar draft to last draft, but instead of Kayvon, we've gone with Aiden. All right, back up in the third round here.
Good tight ends.
Yeah, Watermeyer would be really.
Gary and Kendrick is right there too.
You know they ain't touching him with a 10-foot pole, Ryan. You know they won't come near his character issues. Did I take Quay Walker last draft?
Oh, Kate Otten.
Oh, Mario Goodrich would be my pick here. I usually don't draft corners because I find it difficult to find good value. But Goodrich at the end of the third here, or like the middle of the third, is pretty good. James Cook also would be nice. Ryan.
It's funny when I watch Booth's tape, I noticed the guy on the opposite side of the field doing extremely well too.
Dude, he's literally like a poor man's Andrew Booth in terms of like their play style. Like it's exactly the same. It's crazy. So I like Goodrich. I think maybe not a year 1 starter, but year 2 starter for sure. Ryan, who you got though? I know Cade is your guy.
I know he's my guy, but actually no, I'm gonna go Cade.
You're going Cade Otten, the block and tight end. I finally watched this game against Michigan. I thought it was pretty solid.
His blocking was extremely solid against Aiden.
Yeah, he had some good reps for sure. I gotta watch more. I just think he's pretty limited as a receiver, so I don't know. Jay.
Well, that's fine. We got Brevin.
That's true. Jay, who you thinking here?
I like the idea of James Cook here.
I do too. That's hard to pass up, man. All right, Matt. I feel like you want your Georgia boy.
I do want my Georgia boy.
Which one?
All of them. Give me the entire Georgia Bulldogs roster.
James Cook is the pick here at 80 with our third round pick. So far we got Aiden Hutchinson, Perry Winfrey, Darion Kennard, and James Cook. I like the duos that we've kind of paired up. 2 guys in the defensive trenches with Hutchinson and Winfrey, and 2 guys that can help the run game go with Kennard and Cook. You guys think Cook starts over Rex Burkhead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple as that. Yeah.
He should.
Should, but I think they'd split the reps pretty evenly, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brian Robinson was right there too.
That's nice, man. That's nice. That's a good.
I think I might argue to double down on running back right now.
Oof, you get your Thunder and your Lightning with B-Rob and Cook, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. I also really like Justin Schaefer here. 4th, it might be a little high for him, but he's one of the better like gap power interior linemen. If we're gonna go running back, I'd vote for Dameon Pierce. I finally watched some more of him. I know I said I was low on him at first. That was when I only got the chance to watch 1 game. I watched 3 more games of him. Holy shit, that dude is good. That dude reminds me of Javonte Williams. So you're going with B-Rob, Ryan?
B-Rob.
B-Rob it is. Jay?
I might have to agree with him.
Oh, shit.
B-Rob it is.
Shit. Matt, we got to turn this around. Or are you team B-Rob as well?
I'm the odd man out. I want Zamir White.
He wants Zamir. So we're not even going to tie this up somehow.
Hey, all I'm saying is Alabama running backs typically do extremely well.
That's fair. B-Rob is definitely. I think he's a good pick here, because he can run zone, he can run gap, he can run power. Physical dude is always gonna fall forward. I think where I kind of differ between him and Pierce, number one is that Pierce is a better pass protector, and I think better pass receiver. And Pierce also had to run behind a far worse O-line than B-Rob did. So that's kind of where I lean Pierce, but I totally understand taking B-Rob in the 4th. That's great value there.
I see JT Woods.
Ooh, hey.
At a reasonable too at this point.
Oh, very, very good value. 6 is perfect. I would take him in the 5th if I needed to. If I thought he wouldn't be there in the 6th.
Chris Paul,
I like him at right tackle. I know a lot of people list him as an interior guy. I like him at right tackle. I don't think he has the pad level to play at guard. And he's not that tall, though, right? Where'd he go? 6'4". Yeah. Charlie Kohler, I always love taking. Who else? I need to watch Tyquan Thornton, because apparently he's a speedster. What do you think about him?
Yeah, he's speedy. I think it might be a little early for him, but I don't think you're going to find any character flaws.
Okay.
Which is, the same with JT Woods, though.
Yeah, my pick would be JT Woods. Is that where you're going as well, Ryan?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Jay.
You guys are out of my depth already, so I default to y'all.
Alrighty. Day 3, Jay's out. He's clocking out. Money Matt, where you got?
To be honest, I'm in the same boat as Jay. I can only go so far in the drafting.
We talked about him.
We do talk about game but...
Dude, honestly, the draft is an insane amount of players. It's impossible to know everyone. It really is, dude. It's a struggle. I don't blame you one bit not expending the bandwidth on it. The mental bandwidth. It's a lot. It is.
I'd take
the scouting department is more you and Ryan, so I tend to let you guys have your thing.
We are the scouts. You guys are you and Jay are big on the trades and that sort of stuff and the free agents and all that stuff. Ryan and I can handle the draft. Chris Paul's still there.
Now. I'll take Thornton now.
Okay.
I mean, this is also the point where
I didn't know
reaching someone that's like at ranked 250 is reasonable because it's the 6th round.
Yeah.
7th round. As Nick puts it, these are UDFAs you're taking bids on.
Yeah. If I was going wide out, if I was set on going wide out, I would go Trey Turner, and then I would go Eric Ezukanma, just because I've
Oh,
watched them and I haven't
Turner's
watched Taekwon.
fallen.
Taekwon's always there, or sorry, Turner's always there in the 7th, so we could honestly wait. Or we could
I
take
would
him with our
still
next
say
pick.
take Thornton. He is true speed.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I didn't know he was tall. I didn't know he's 6'2".
Yeah.
He's skinny though, 177.
I mean, speed.
Do you think he's like a Nelson Aguilar type? Is that kind of where you would compare him to?
A little bit. I haven't watched enough of Nelson Aguilar to really give the full comparison, but
Fair enough.
he's speed. He's not going to be your primary guy, but if you're going to a vertical game, you're going to need the speedster.
That almost kind of sounds like how Will Fuller was when he came out of college. Right? He was not super thin, but he wasn't super big. He was kind of light.
Yeah.
Kinda
He was
tall.
lanky.
Yeah, he was a lanky dude.
Oh,
He put on
Thornton's extremely lanky.
he put on that weight after a couple of years.
Ooh, Smoke Monday. Take Smoke Monday.
Is he good? Like, I know he's got the dopest name, one of the dopest name in the draft, but is he actually good? I haven't watched him yet. 6'3".
I think they're not really rating him fairly, putting him this late, in my opinion.
Dre compares him to J-Ron Curse. Interesting. Who would you compare him to, Ryan?
I don't really know who I'd compare him to. I just know putting him this late.
Yeah.
Some of these big boards aren't right.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's the whole thing. Is literally what I was just saying. Is like there's so many damn players. It's impossible for every scout, every expert, every analyst, every whatever of all these media companies to know every single one of these guys, and where they should accurately be ranked. Especially because people always have differing opinions. I don't know how Verone McKinley and Trey Turner are here in the 7th. Neil Farrell Jr.
Which
as
one do you
well.
like more?
You know, JT Woods and Verone McKinley would be a really fun duo. They would be a really fun duo. It'd basically be two free safeties, but at the same time, both of them can hit. Like, they're both solid tacklers. Do you think McKinley's a little bit better in, like, man coverage versus tight ends? Because I know that's not Woods' thing.
I mean, as soon as you say man, I'm like, oh, that's not Woods.
Yeah.
Baylor's zone,
Yeah.
and then when they do man, he's going to be the one high safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And so if I'm gonna draft another safety with him, that like McKinley as well, like he's more of a free safety guy, he's a rangy guy, but he's a little bit more versatile. And he can do some nickel stuff, but he's 5'11", 193. Like he's not. I don't think you're gonna man him up against tight ends, and so that's what I would
I
want.
mean, all I'm saying is you could put him as a strong safety.
Verone.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
his
thinking.
height.
That's what I'm thinking. Is like
you could put him as a strong safety, but have him play as a free safety.
well, that's one thing.
Like it doesn't matter.
As duties as a strong safety, like you got to be able to kind of take tight ends sometimes. You got to be able to come down to the box sometimes when Lovey calls cover 3. And can Verone do that?
Well, look at Smoke Monday a little bit more.
Oh my god, I forgot we already drafted Smoke. Okay, we're not drafting 3 safeties. Okay, we're not doing that.
Oh, come on. One baseball team actually drafted only pitchers. We're fine.
We're going 3 safeties.
That's
Why not?
baseball, though. Come on.
Well, we're also taking 2 safe. We're both 6th and 7th rounds at this point.
Yeah, I just think there's. I don't know. I'd rather go Neil Farrell Jr. get a DT to help spell. What's his
Have
face?
you watched Chris Hinton?
Lopez.
Actually, you have watched Chris Hinton.
I like Chris Hinton. I liked the other DT
Jarrett
better.
Stern.
What was the other one? Mazai Smith. He returned to school, but that guy can play. Hinton.
I just saw my draft crush, and they put him as undrafted. How dare they?
You know what? Let's go pick. You want to just go pick the last person on this board?
Oh, you're going to be scrolling, so like I think it's 1,000.
Kalen Barnes out of Baylor. I've heard his name before. He's a fast dude, right?
Barnes.
He's leaving
We
Jared
kept.
Stearns on the board. Oh,
I know.
my
I'm taking
goodness.
Mr. Irrelevant, okay? Bottom of the board.
I mean,
Cody Johnson loves him.
cornerback play was also like Baylor's giant weakness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This was an emotional pick. This was an illogical pick.
this was a fun pick.
But that's okay. Exactly. At the same time, it's a fun pick. Got 2 Baylor guys. Got 3 Baylor guys. Got a lot of SEC guys. I like this one, man. I like this one a lot. That's gonna do it for me. Let me catch up on the stream. I was just watching Watson highlights, and man, I'm gonna miss him. Great player. Not too sure about the person. Texans need interior line more than OT. I agree. That's why we're putting. Oh no, we took Kennard. Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to go interior, but it's all good.
I mean,
That's
you
what
drafted
free agency's
Darian, who
for.
says IOL.
Yeah, I like. You like him at tackle? Or you like him at guard, Ryan?
I'm thinking he needs to play guard
Okay. Why's that?
because we need him there. But it's
Okay.
also the option for him is like kick him out to tackle if he's not doing well,
Okay.
and that will definitely be an upgrade compared to Charlie Heck. So I don't see a situation where we lose.
That's a good way to frame it. That's a good way to frame it. I like it, Ryan. You guys got any final thoughts before I end the stream?
Why? How come not everyone's in the Discord already? Come on.
That was a valid question.
That is a real question right there. That's the MVP question of the day. Why are you guys not in the Discord?
Discord's great for all the viewers. If you want to join, links in the description to join the. Oh, it's not in the description. I didn't put the link in. I'm lying to y'all. I'm sorry, but if you're on mobile, you can go to my channel and there'll be like a big join button beside like the subscribe button. You can do that, and then go to the community tab and you'll find a link to the Discord. But it's only if you join. And Discord's great, man. It's like another family, another set of friends you can just talk Texans football about, talk life about, whatever you want. You can rant.
Make some memes.
You can be positive. You can be critical. We're all here at the end of the day on the same team and the family. We all have good conversations. Make some memes. There you go. Just have a good time. If you're looking for more people to talk Texans with, I definitely recommend it. But that's going to do it for the stream, y'all. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. No stream for me next week. I have spring break. I'm going to Cabo. I'm relaxing and having a good time and not letting the Texans ruin my day. So, with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, y'all, and remember, the beard don't lie.